What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. Check out the entire show. Hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. One final game on Max's card, 9 p.m. Eastern. Marquette Golden Eagles, 11-13, 6-11 in the Big East at DePaul Blue Demons, 14-12, 2-12 in the Big East. We're at Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Let's pull up the market for this spot. Marquette opening up is 5.5-point road favorites. That has yet to move here. That's the Bet365 opener. This total opened up at 136. The indicator books have moved it to 137. A couple books are still at 136. Some are still at 136 or have moved to 136.5. Marquette had their two-game winning streak snapped in an ugly 80-62 beatdown delivered to them by UConn, a beatdown that Max predicted and cashed off of. Dawson Garcia had 18 points and 8 rebounds. Justin Lewis added 14 points. They were the only two in double digits. Jamal Cain had 5.7 boards, but he's listed as questionable to go with a facial injury. Garcia leads the team, averaging 13.3 points per game. Carton and Kobe McEwen also averaged double digits. Marquette scores 70.5 points per game. They hit 44.6 from the field, 73.3 from the foul line, and 33.2 from three. DePaul's lost 2 straight and 7 of 8. Coming off a 68-60 loss at home to Georgetown as 3.5-point underdogs. Charlie Moore led the way with 22 points. He leads the team with 14.8 points per game. Second leading scorer, Javon Freeman Liberty, is dealing with a concussion. Third leading scorer, Oscar Lopez, is dealing with an ankle injury. Both are listed as questionable. Neither was in the lineup in the loss to Georgetown, and DePaul struggles to score. They average just 65.6 points per game. They get just 11.9 assists per game. They turn the ball over 16.2 times a game. They hit just 41.8% from the field, just 67.4 from the foul line, and they're average or like slightly below average from three at 32.3%. Max, final game on the card, Big East action, Marquette DePaul. Let's roll.
Jim, let me just start off by saying this. Hey, Marquette, how you like UConn, baby? How you like UConn, baby? You try to get revenge. You failed. You stepped into a rake. Rake hits you in the face. You're lucky you don't have to deal with us again. Betas take you out. But now you get the pleasure of playing DePaul, another team that beats you. Ha, you jokes. Simply put, if Marquette's going to situationally rebound, hopefully they can do it against a DePaul team that may be missing Oscar Lopez and Javon Freeman Liberty. So with DePaul, like you said, Jim, they're bad on offense, and they've been good to the under. 3-13 to the under, 4 tickets that they've cashed in the 130 range. And this number definitely seems like a number that's a little too high for these two opponents. And with DePaul, listen, they're a slow starter. They only scored 27, 29 points. Depends on what game, what day, what time. And I don't trust them to score points, Jim. I don't trust them. It's like when a guy in a van pulls up on the road and it's like, hey, I got some porn in here. Do you want to watch it with me? And you're like, no. And you run, and you run fast. Well, that's sort of like DePaul. Okay? With Marquette, can they contain this DePaul team at the free throw line? Charlie Moore wants to get there. There's a lot of guys that want to get there, but there's a good opportunity also that you can strip them, take the ball away from them, and then get out into transition. And with the way that Marquette shot the ball against my UConn Huskies, they need all the takeaways and transition layups that they can get, because Marquette had a blimp in the road. They beat Butler. They beat freaking North Carolina in a freaking game that they weren't expected to have a shot in, and then they come up lame like that. So I think that with Dawson Garcia, the only one being able to get going in that game against UConn, you are going to see DJ Carton go better than 0 for 9 from the field. And with Greg Elliott, this is a guy that needs to step up shooting-wise, We're expecting a 3-point assassin from him. He's been freaking a limp duck, if I'm getting a little out of hand, Jim. But I just think that with this Marquette team, they got to have more discipline on lane drives when it comes to their fouling. And the UConn throttling that they got on the defensive end is probably going to make it a little easier to score. I just don't think that it's going to be that much easier to get this game over the number. I like Marquette to win the game, but I don't like DePaul enough to freaking take them at this number on the spread. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a total. I'm going to take the full game under. I'm going to count on both defenses coming to play. Both teams turn the ball over 15 or more times. And with DePaul, listen, Charlie Moore is trying to do it all himself. And if Charlie's going to go freaking 8 for 25 from the field, then that's fine by me. That helps. I think that this DePaul team has proven over and over again that they can keep their games under this number. And I think that it doesn't get past 131. So I'm going to take the under full game, Jim. What number can you get me?
I can get you, there's some at 136, but I can get you under 136 and a half at minus 110. That is available at circa the others that have moved to 136. So the under is minus 106. But you want the 136 and a half minus 110?
Yes, sir.
All right, locked and loaded. And that concludes Max's card. Big games on this Tuesday night of action.